Hello, everyone, and welcome to our bi-weekly edition of DevSync, when we give protocol and projects upgrades to the community and reports on the various current testnets and other things going on inside the team. Jeremy is out of office today, so we'll be hearing from me, but don't worry, he's going to be back next week. Um, First of all, I wanted to kick it off by a little upgrade on the state of Gemini 3H, which is our ongoing incentivized testnet. We currently have about 8,700 nodes, and even though current at the moment the Explorer says we are 42.8 petabytes, we did witness are briefly crossing 50 petabytes over the weekend. And I do have that in the graph that I should post on the forum. Didn't make it in time, so check that out as well for the graphs on how the space pledge has been growing on Gemini 3H, well, unprecedentedly. For this week also, we've got a lot of ecosystem updates that will be handled by Jim, and several updates of ongoing projects on the protocol and product. Please also tune in on Wednesday for Farmers Office Hours. We'll be rolling in a big and important update to the network, to the network's protocol, and a very big step towards the proper token economics in the Subspace ecosystem. We're going to be rolling out dynamic issuance. It will be explaining what actually it is and what it means for rewards and what it means for the network. I will be explaining that on Wednesday on Farm Office Hours, and Nazar will be rolling in the upgrade live, which I know everybody loves. I am going to pass it over to Jim now.
Thanks, Daria. Yeah, so I think it'll be the welcome return of Farmer Office Hours on Wednesday. Daria will be joining us, and Nazar hopefully will be activating the dynamic reward issuance live. There is a forum post that I'm going to add a link to the video below, but there is an impact that farmers are going to see. You're going to see some different kinds of balances in your wallets. You'll see that they will they'll no longer be exactly divisible by 0.1 essentially, and we don't want that to cause too much panic. So yeah, join us on Wednesday for Farmer Office Hours. And the reason we haven't had a Farmer Office Hours recently is because we've been running Developer Office Hours special edition Hacker Month workshops. Nazar has very kindly given up his time to give us walkthroughs on setting up environment to work on Space Acres in Rust on both Linux and Windows, and we do plan to have another one next week to continue the Hacker Month information. Okay, so hot topics. So there aren't any big issues stopping everyone from farming, which would be, of course, the hottest of topics. Nazar, again, is spending a lot of time listening to the community. It's very evident. You can speak to Nazar in Discord. But yeah, UX improvements have been ongoing. However, there has been some progress on some more longer-term issues. So finally fixed the memory leak in Windows. I use Windows, so I'm very grateful for that. I'm no longer using like all 64 gig. I think it's using something like about 10 gig with Windows as well, of course. Windows is quite resource hungry. It's not very frugal. Yeah, okay, so 16 gig with a bunch of other stuff running, but really great. And that was a bit of a journey, because while fixing that, there was an issue introduced that was causing missed rewards. There's a side effect of developing the fix there. We're very grateful to users like Dragon P and everyone else who's been commenting in the forum and in Discord and trying out the test builds. That's helped us to get to where we are now, which is no missed rewards and decent memory usage. We advise everyone to upgrade to the latest version. We have a Space Acres build out at the moment. I believe we're just waiting for the advanced CLI to come along, waiting for a couple of PRs to be reviewed. And another link I'm going to drop underneath this video. Nazar's just updated me there. He's just released. So please do upgrade Space Acres and Advanced CLI at your earliest opportunity. You will benefit. Yeah, so as part of investigating that issue, and it is a problem that is basically we've had to implement workarounds for the interesting way that Windows works. So issues have been raised directly to Microsoft. There are 3 issues, and we really appreciate it if you could take the time to upvote them. All you need is a Windows account. There's like a inbuilt feedback application in Windows. The link will be below the video. It'll be a forum post that actually has the 3 links to the 3 issues. There are a few conversations actually going on about inefficiency or maybe restrictions on farming behind the Chinese firewall. We're very keen to hear from anyone who's behind the firewall and has any insights to give us. We have a couple of ambassadors who are trying to help the situation, but yeah, helping us home in on exactly what the issues there are is the first step, of course. And finally, Nazar has fixed V2 support for Space Acres over the weekend, which is nice. I've confirmed it works on Haswell. So that's good news for those of us running some older hardware. Finally, there is a lot of discussion in the pharma and hardware channels at the moment about expanding the number of drives. So I kind of feel dizzy looking at U2, M2, HBAs, PCIe 3, PCIe 4, all the cards that people are using to cram more disks into their machines, which I love. I love to read about farmers squeezing as much as they can onto their motherboards. And I just want to point out, that we love seeing that. And I'm pretty sure that it is one of the reasons why we managed to hit 50 petabytes of storage over the weekend, which is a great milestone. So yeah, thanks everyone. That's the ecosystem updates. Cheers, Daria.
A lot of exciting stuff in the ecosystem as well. Always nice to have support from the farmers, and especially directly translates into advancements in both the protocol and the client. Well, next we are going to hear from Natasha about the improvements to our probably the most user-facing thing right now. Well, maybe after farming the Astral.
Thank you, Daria. Hello, everyone. On Astra, these past few weeks have been working on tons of changes to get better user experience for the users and modify our current indexing process in a way that is more efficient, and it can lead to less error regarding the last error we had in indexing on Astra. So we'll be rolling out this week the updates for as always, switch it to next. So it will be more fast on some of the loadings that the user are facing right now. And as well, we have the squid split on different several services. So it's more efficient in the way it's currently indexing not only the general chain data, but as well the rewards and the staking information. So you will see rolling out this week those changes as well as new features for users validation and as well as staking information charts that you will be able to interact with.
Wow, exciting. I love charts. I'm going to spend some time scrolling through them for sure. Now, next, let's hear from Ved about XDM finally coming to fruition.
Hey everyone. So in terms of XCM, we finished implementation of the next version of XCM. It's currently in the testing phase, and once we are done with testing this week, we should have it released in the next upgrade as well. So hopefully sooner, and hopefully there is no things that we need to rework on while testing. But yes, that's pretty much the update on the XCM side.
Well, it's good to see this finally being rolled out to the protocol next week. Let's hope all the testing goes well, and well, if we uncover bugs, that's good. We can fix them. Let's hope there are none left. And well, last but not least, Nazar was his amazing story how they fixed Windows and all the adventures around that.
Yeah, hey everyone. Um, there was it was quite a long journey with a lot of experiments that didn't succeed, but finally we were able to figure out kind of what the behavior of the Windows kernel is and how to work around that for the most part. Um, Big shout out to Dragon P, Mikar, and Mystery 3000 for repeated tests of different things on Discord and on the forum and providing valuable feedback. Um, with that done, the next big thing that I know many farmers are waiting for is support for remote farmers, basically, what many people call it. There will be ability to connect one farmer to another farmer, sort of. There will be like a supervisor and there will be like sub farmers that you can connect together. So you don't have to open as many ports. You don't have to lose efficiency of the piece cache, and everything should just work a little bit better. As part of the journey, there will likely be some other kind of adjacent improvements on the farmer side. And as Daria mentioned, there will be an important upgrade to the protocol, um, like on the runtime level. Rewards will be not fixed as before; they will be based on the utilization. There will be a runtime upgrade on Wednesday if everything goes well. And basically, the bigger is the utilization of the chain in terms of the size of transactions, the less of the block reward farmers will get. But in total, fees plus rewards, they will still get more. So this is kind of the mechanism we want to ensure long-term sustainability of the protocol, so we don't run out of funds for rewards as quickly. But in general, the higher utilization, the more in total farmers will get. So as Jim mentioned, you will not get 0.1 anymore, and you shouldn't worry about that because we are checking for the test nets number of rewards, not the amounts. Um, but this is something you will notice, and maybe will make a little bit more difficult to count how many rewards you've got just from the balance size. But nevertheless, this is something that was long time coming and is finally here.
And to add a little more on the reward side, we'll also be well monitoring if they actually follow the expected values. Do we mathematically baked into the algorithm? So if there is anything that we missed, you can expect more upgrades. But let's hope it's been correct now, and we of course have to test it before we roll it on mainnet. So that's why you're going to be seeing all of that in action on Gemini 3H. Unless anyone has anything to add, well, we can see you in the next edition in 2 weeks, and hopefully Jeremy will be back.